we're going to do the QSL card. I checked my QRZ last night to see if you had put me down for a QRZ, but I didn't have anything in the incoming box. This is such a funny story I have to tell you. I'm sitting here talking to you, but I have the wrong microphone in my hand. Over. I have a 220 radio in the car. I have a 11 meter radio in the car. And then I have the tri-band radio in the car. And I was responding back to you there with the wrong microphone in my hand. So that was very, very funny there. Back over to you. Hey Bob, how's it going?
VA3EWV, VA3OTW returning. Well, yeah, Ernest, I guess it's just the luck of the draw, you know. I don't know that many people who monitor 220. Like I mentioned yesterday, there is a 220 machine in Gatineau that you'll probably be able to reach. But other than that, I don't think there are that many. And 11 meters, I guess it depends. I don't use it myself, but I know some people around town who do. So you might have some luck there. But yeah, for 220, unfortunately, it's few and far between.
QSL on that. So I have just a quick question for you. With call signs, people, you know, new into the ham hobby there. And with call signs, sometimes people do call signs for different meanings. OTW, is that correct? VA3OTW or VE3OTW?
Well, very good, Ernest. The call here is Victor Echo 3 Oscar Tango Whiskey. The handle here is Jonathan. But I usually monitor this frequency here, and I usually get some good reach. So yeah, if you're around town, just call out. And sometimes I talk to people who are passing through. And it sounds like you're having a good time with the radios, and you got the All-Star node, and you have a few radios in the mobile. So that's great. That's great. Sounds like you're off to a very enthusiastic start.
Yeah, thank you for that. So VE3 Oscar Tango Whiskey. So what I was getting at was with my handle or my call sign, excuse me, I apologize. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. My name is Ernest Wayne Vincent. So that's where the Echo Whiskey Victor comes from. Ernest Wayne Vincent. So yours is VE3 OTW. So does that stand for Victor Echo 3 out of the way? Over?
I actually picked the call sign just to represent all the places I've lived in, Toronto and Whitehorse. I picked the OG. And the morning I wrote the exam, I wrote my basic, actually saw somebody who wore a baseball cap. It said Oscar Tango Whiskey. It said OTW on it. Might have been some university or something, University of Oklahoma, or I can't remember what it was. But the baseball cap said OTW. I said, well, that's the call sign I have to use. So after that, I picked it, and yes, the rest is history.
See, now I remember it now, because, you know, I was struggling with it. It's not like I haven't heard your handle and stuff like that. But that's the one thing that I'm starting to pick up on a lot more. But once I get a story, then I remember it. Like a new, he's not a new ham. He was a ham for like 30 years, but he just came back. A lot of people are coming back in the hobby with this 11-year cycle there, eh? And he was VE3JYD. And I'm like, what is that for? He goes, remember the wrestling show? And they had the wrestler Junkyard Dog. And I'm like, yes. So, you know, I remember that now because he's JYD, eh? So, and yours is OTW. So I'll remember that now for Ottawa, Toronto, and not Windsor, but Ottawa, Toronto, and Whitehorse.
Yeah.
I'm starting to lose him.
But had a great time and lived a total tale. So it's fantastic. You know, I used to be a Victor Tango. Alan, who who's a student, and his call is Oscar Delta Whiskey, so sometimes things can get a little bit confusing, but I'm usually monitoring here on 2 meters anyway, so it's all good, and yeah, that's great. I wish I could test the 220 machine or the 440 with you, but unfortunately I only have 2 meters here at the QTH, but it's great to hear you on this evening, and hopefully the commute is going well.
Thank you very much. It is too. So VE3OTW, you have a good rest of your evening. So VE3OTW, VA3EWV, we're clear. Have a good evening.
Okay, well, this is very good. We'll have a safe drive home and avoid that crazy. And all the best to you. Hopefully we'll hear from you soon, and enjoy your day. Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor. This is Victor Echo 3, Oscar Tango Whiskey Cemetery.
There you have it, folks. On the national calling frequency. That's pretty good. On the national calling frequency. Now I'm going to see if I can get anybody on Covey Hill. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3EWV, Ernest, in the mobile. We're traveling to Cornwall from Ottawa. We're standing by.
VE3EWV, how copy, Ernest?
I copy you really good there. Copy really good, but I failed to get the last 3 digits of your call sign. Could you repeat that over?
That's Ron, VA3RLG.
Ron, good evening to you. Yeah, VA3RLG. I was just talking to a guy on Simplex there on the national calling frequency, and I was asking what his handle stood for. Mine is Echo Whiskey Victor for Ernest Wayne Vincent. That's my first, middle, and last name there. And yes, so you, Ron, what is your initials? What do they represent? Not initials, but your 3 digits. What do they represent?
Just my initials.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, some people are like that. That's awesome. I'm glad you're able to get that. Yeah, so I just got a low fuel sign here, so after action that, I'm more interested in talking on radio and making sure I have gas in the car over.
You better go fill it up. You never have it much past half. Especially an older vehicle, if the tank gets old, all the crap in there gets sucked into the cylinder filter. And you can burn a pump out if you get too much air going in it. You drive around with low gas in town and start sucking air. They're not meant to suck air.
Oh, that's good to know then. Yeah, I haven't run this empty. I was seeing how much I could get, but I didn't think I was gonna be there. But luckily, I'm at exit 88. They have an Ultramar here, so the gas light came on at the right time, and I'll go ahead and fill her up there. But you're just monitoring traffic right now, over?
No, I'm at home. I'm at the kitchen table, just watching videos about vehicles and engines and stuff like that. Untacked.
Are you on a handy talkie or something like that?
I'm on an 817 QRP rig with a little desktop amplifier with an indoor antenna and the skylight, a dual banger. But I got a bigger radio set up in the other room. Got a contact, go ahead. Hey Ernest, can you hear me?
I sure can. VA3EWV, who is this?
That's the call. I've been listening to you but for a while, but I didn't catch the call. It's Sean V3XIU, who's always talking to Ron and James and the other guys. You have a friend named, what is it? Stephanie?
I know a couple of friends. Stephanie, from where I used to work at, back in the call center days there. Stephanie with a B, I think the last name's with a B.
Yeah, she's a very good friend of my wife. My wife is in the car with me right now, just on our way home, and they're very good friends. So I was told that you're a ham, and the name Ernest, it all makes sense now. You're Stephanie's friend.
Yeah, she was telling me that she knew a fellow ham there. You know, small world, eh?
It is. Okay, I thought I'd just drop in and say hi. Angie says hi, Stephanie's friend, and I'll let you get back to Ron now. I just thought I'd mention that while I remember. E3XIU mobile.
By the way, it's a small world until you lose your luggage. VA3 JPX.
5 p.m. The 2CRA utilizes a CTCSS tone of 100 Hz.
Okay, VA3EWV to the group. Don't have the call signs right on my memory, but I know there's 2 of you out there. I'm going to let you get on out there. I'm going to go and pump gas. Then I'll be right back on the air in a few minutes and then heading on back into Cornwall. VA3EWV, we're going to be clear for the moment.
7-3 here, talk to you soon. V3XIU mobile, about to become VE3, not portable V2. Back in Canada.
So, Bob, what you up to this evening? Michael, how you doing this evening?
I didn't win, so you get no facts 10.
I have to find...
Winning, but then Angie lost enough that she took my winnings, so we both lost. Good on her.
You spend so much money on ham radio, I get your winnings. Me.
Yeah?
Pretty much.
I'm going to leave that on for you guys. I'll be right back.
VA3 JPX. Anyway, just listening here and dealing with more estate stuff. And so I'll pass it over to Ron, VA3RLG, to pick it up and carry it on with Sean there, Ron. VA3RLG, VA3 JPX. Ron, are you on board or no? You were done with paperwork for the day. No. Gonna parcel in the mail. And we'll talk about it offline there, but it's really sad, actually. Sorry to hear, man. Yeah, I'm trying to get across the Champlain Bridge. I'm just at the foot of the bridge on the Quebec side still. So, yeah, it's rush hour in both directions, I guess. Yeah, copy. All right. So anyway, I knew this parcel was going to arrive. I didn't think it would arrive today, but it did. Kind of weird, man. One day from Brockville. Normally, anything from Brockville to Ottawa is going to be at least 2 days. But no, it was one. So there we go. Anyway, yeah, so I'm dealing with that. But I'm here, and aren't you happy? There we go. Anyway, let's see if Ron's back. VA3RLG, VA3JPX.
Connect, go link, VA3.
Oh.
FY.
Oh, look there. Echolink connection just popped in.
I guess Ron's not on board, so he's probably out on the deck having a think. Anyways, back to you, Sean.
I'm at the wrong gas station.
Somebody coming in on the link want to go ahead? Go ahead.
I was going to go to the Ultramar. We went the wrong station.
Oh, boy.
God bless.
You should use the Echolink, considering you're connected. Yeah, you gotta stop telling people what to do all the time, man. Yeah, you're right. Too bad. So, you gonna use Echolink or the radio? Which one? I'm not acknowledging you whatsoever. How's that? Fill in the blank itself, which you're broken. Somebody's got a broken ball on Facebook. Okay, alright, no problem.
That's funny. These guys are cutting up tonight again. Okay, I'm back. Back in the shack. Back in the car shack. I guess everybody got off the radio. Let me see what's happening. Had to grab me a coffee and something to snack on there. Okay. Let's get this show on the road. And I heard them talking about Echolink. I didn't even know this VA3EWV had Echolink capabilities. That's great. Okay, so Rebecca's out there. The gas here is $1.43 a liter, and I got 10 cents off a liter with my Journey card with CIBC. Hey Rebecca, they have Echolink on here. I just heard them saying they had Echolink. So if that's true, you should look for VA3EWV and see if you can't log on with Echolink.
Okay, I've been killing myself all day trying to understand why you're stronger than I am. Now I know why. And that little HF radio is just a crazy machine. When used. If I'm not mistaken, there's one at Procom. She's got one there. And she just said, perfect, thank you. She appreciates you letting me know that. Didn't know that until I talked to him. I talked to him last. Not you. I talked to him last. So yeah, I just found out myself. Call tomorrow. We'll see what he wants for it. Maybe I'll give him a real ham radio for it. Oh, this little radio for not a real ham radio. It sure kicks the ass of real ham radios. First, I could hear you with 8 watts, and the radio really doesn't sound bad. Only when I turn up the modulation to all.
All right.
Jeffrey in Virginia Beach. I got the headphones on at the same time. Headphones on mine. Now I hook a $300 Bluetooth speaker up to the HF radio, and it sounds good. You get all the lows and the low mids. Me. And the stuff like the weak stations that are in the noise, you can't even hear them on the speaker that goes to the radio, man. And then I've got the AESS version, the external speaker, and it's supposed to have some fancy circuitry. Crap. It's a marketing ploy. Plug a Bluetooth speaker in and hear everything. Love it. I got a noise reduction system and noise reduction system and auto notching. On your Chinese radio? Yeah. Those are advanced features.
Oh yeah. Look around that, we make good radio.
Oh my God, these people are a hoot.
I'm going to be on a Chinese radio right now. This TYT quad band. I plugged the K40 into it on my way back from Prescott a couple weeks ago, or last week, and I was talking FM simplex on 29,600 all the way. Pretty good visualize. All these radios were supposed to be FM. They were supposed to be UHF, VHF, HF. But they didn't go all the way with the software for the UHF, VHF, so they're just HF.
Commute.
It's V3EWV.
Hey, GFY, does that Chinese radio do HF as well, or just HF?
What? As well, sorry?
Does your Chinese radio do VHF and UHF in addition to HF?
I can pull up the frequencies, but they don't work. And there's all kinds of options in the radio for UHF, VHF, but they don't function because they discontinued the software on it and just went full HF. But at one time they were doing UHF, VHF, and HF.
Okay, cool.
They have a Chinese radio that has all band, all mode functioning now, or are they still working on that? There's 2 or 3 brands out there now that does that. Wow, I'm gonna have to look into that. It's gotta be willing to take the leap of faith. I can't bring myself to spend $500 or $600 on a friggin' Chinese radio. I can't do it. Like I said, when I dropped all that coin on the new headset, I'm actually considering it. I'm gonna go home and look it up, that antenna. If I can get the same or better results with a quarter of the amount of wire that I have strewn across my property, it might be an option. Yeah, the neighbor won't call the city on you for having a bird hazard. Well, my neighbors, they're pretty good. I mean, they've been dealing with living next to a ham for 15 years or whatever, so. It's not too bad. I got a disc. I think I have the exact same disco you have, actually. When I was looking at your pictures, I was looking at mine today. I have a disco and I have an Antron. And I have a VHF, UHF antenna on the roof. That's it. And then some wire. And the long wire is hidden pretty much. I mean, there are parts that you can see, but for the most part, if the management of the building or the place that I lived, the townhouse, if they were assholes about it and had an issue with it, I could hide it well enough that they wouldn't even have an issue with it. So. The picture that you see the disco in, that's from when Mike lived. That's when I lived on Arthur Street with Mike. That's how old that one picture. I don't own a disco and never did, never will. That was Mike's. Wait, okay. Well, that's my scanner antenna. I got the exact same one.